As to scale, what occurred in the gardens of Eden and Gethsemane is of enormous significance to all mankind, but it was inversely proportioned to the tiny plots of earth on which those eternity-shaping dramas were played out. Truth, as Mount Sinai showed, transcends the importance of the terrain on which it is given. The Holy Land was a comparatively small strip of sand, about 200 by 75 miles. Even so, therein occurred the central drama of all human history. Yet consider, the wondrous four Gospels tell us vital salvational truths, but not what the Persians, Chinese, and Indians were about during Jesus' mortal ministry. Yet these and all other peoples will be indelibly and irrevocably blessed by Jesus and his atonement. They, no less than we, are children of an almighty God and are fully included in his redemptive plans. However, unlike our time, ancient nations and cultures were often unaware of each other. Furthermore, secular history is usually silent concerning spiritual things. The Chinese in the Qin dynasty were busy with stones and the Great Wall of China. They could scarcely be expected to know about Daniel's stone cut out of the mountain without hands, about when Lehi and his pioneering party landed in the Americas. Solon, the Greek reformer, was striving to end economic distress, caused partly by an 18% interest rate. As Pompey conquered Jerusalem, 2,000 stripling warriors were fighting for Nephite liberty. Approximately when Jacob was tediously engraving on the plates, a physician in India reportedly performed cataract surgery. About when Ammoron hid the sacred records, witnessing of God's introducing his resurrected son, Jesus Christ, to the Nephites, Constantine convened a council to discuss whether or not God and Christ were of the same substance. As lonely Mormon, whose only music was in his soul, moved toward culminating Cumorah, Bishop Ambrose of Milan instituted hymn singing in church. Japan began its recorded history about when Nephite history was winding down, and likewise the Roman presence in Britain. A few examples of secular silence about spiritual things will suffice. Precisely which pharaoh was in power during the time of the great and tumultuous events associated with Moses and the Exodus? There is little in the secular record to affirm those events, which Christians and Jews alike regard as being of major significance. There appears to be precious little secular history which records the drama associated with the arraignment, trial, and crucifixion of Jesus. For Pilate, just more trouble, but temporary political gain. And the same day, Pilate and Herod were made friends together, for before they were at enmity between themselves. Besides, important as Pilate was, locally and briefly, he was not Caesar. And why no secular confirmation by historians such as Tacitus concerning Paul's part in the drama of the Christians, Rome and Nero? Mostly, brothers and sisters, these great spiritual events went unseen by eyes spiritually untrained. Therefore, they were lost in the swollen sea of worldly cares, a sea which never rests. One day, the historical record will be complete. But meanwhile, the scriptures will be our guide concerning those transcending spiritual events in human history which are saturated with significance.